All right, what's up, you guys? All right, so team call July 15th. This is going to be a killer call for many, many reasons. Number one, I'm like on a post-summit high, so I cannot wait to share all the things that we learned. I also, the intention of this call is twofold. Number one, to keep you in the loop on everything that's going on in the company in one place. A lot of times in the team page, you get thrown a ton of information at you, and I wanted one condensed place where you guys could ask questions and get answers and know what's coming down the road. Second piece is to also be able to answer any questions that you're having in your business. So I would love for you to go ahead. We're going to do the questions at the end. I'm going to go through my stuff, and then we'll do a Q&A at the end. So I would love to hear what you're struggling with in your business or something you might need help clarifying on, anything that you want me to talk about, anything business related at all. I want you to put it in the chat so that at the end I can cover it, offer help, suggestions. This is a safe place for us to kind of communicate and work through that together, because odds are if you have that one concern, there's probably 4 or 5 other people in the team that have the same concern as well. So with that said, we're going to hit the ground running with everything that we've got, because we got a ton of information. So what is cool about Summit is that on the opening night, they basically vision cast the next 6 months. So they share everything that they've got coming down the road. There's a bunch of yelling and screaming and excitement, and it's fun. And they keep you guessing throughout the night. But there was a ton, way more than ever before, is there new stuff for us to have as tools for our business. And instead of feeling like this is just a way to sell something every month, just look at it as an added tool in your tool belt, because your customers are not going to be one size fits all, just like you and your coaching business is not one size fits all. So while you may not have a clientele right now that could benefit from these things, you might in 3 months or 4 months or 6 months. And so just knowing that these things are coming is a great resource, and also to just see how Beachbody is really working hard to find something for every fitness level, every nutrition desire, every goal. It's just really cool. So the things that we're going to be talking about tonight, we're going to be talking a little bit about Morning Meltdown and kind of what's happening the next 2 weeks. We're going to talk about deeper knowledge of the new products that are coming, team call changes. So our new call schedule is going to be announced. Summit 2020, and also answer questions and go over details about the promo codes, because I know that probably every single one of you by this point has gotten an email from Beachbody with 3 promo codes that you can give to your new clients or your new coaches. So we're going to go over that. And then there's also a promotion that Carl's doing we're going to talk about, where you can win. I wish I had my signed copy. So I've actually won one of these giveaways that he's done before, where he gives you a $100 bill and then an autographed, signed, handwritten note. And so you could win one of those every single day throughout the month of July, and then brainstorming at the end. So really briefly, Morning Meltdown, obviously the launch officially starts tomorrow for our customers. What this means for you, what I don't want to happen is that if you go into tomorrow thinking, oh, I don't have anybody who wants to do Morning Meltdown, I'm just not gonna promote to it, I'm not gonna talk about it, I have sucked at this, I'm done. You are literally missing out on 2 weeks. We don't start this program for 2 more weeks. July 29th is really the last day that somebody could sign up and get started with our group. And honestly, if they started August 2nd, August 3rd, they could double up a couple workouts and get caught back up with the group. So you have throughout the rest of this month to be working on talking about Morning Meltdown, sharing your own transformation, things like that. We're starting prep for the next 2 weeks, so we're really just in the beginning stages of getting our clients through getting ready for Morning Meltdown. But if you do have clients that are ready to get started tomorrow, make sure that you have their email address, their flavor preferences, all the details, so that first thing in the morning you can send them a share cart and get them started so that they have everything they need. Some of you, a lot of you, work full-time jobs. So this may mean right before you get to work, or maybe you just let them know ahead of time, say, hey, I'm gonna send you this on my lunch break. Just want to give you a heads up, whatever that looks like for you. So just be ready for that. We have that going on for the next 2 weeks. We'll have some new giveaways that will go up in the page tomorrow. So people who purchase as a customer can enter to win that. We are gonna give away that $50 Amazon gift card. So that's all things Morning Meltdown. So we're gonna talk about all the things that got released at Summit. So most of you already know, have already seen about the collagen boost, but I am not super educated about collagen. And so it's something that I'm working on doing more research about. I think it's a really cool resource that we're going to have to give, because a lot of people, you hit 30 and your skin changes, your hair changes. People who have postpartum hair loss, this is great for. But this is just a really great add-on to what they're already doing. It's high quality. It's all natural, so no artificial flavors, sweeteners, colors, or preservatives. It's a super high quality product with also a really competitive price on the market. So kind of a base overview of collagen. Collagen is the main structural protein in the body. It makes up 25 to 35% of our total protein content in the form of connective tissue links like tendons, ligaments, cartilage, bones, and about 70% of the skin. It works in conjunction with another protein called elastin. Collagen fills out skin, and elastin allows skin to snap back when stretched. Beginning in your 20s, I don't know how many of us are over our 20s now, that would be me. Collagen and elastin begins to decline, so resulting in more wrinkles and less skin firmness. So even though I may not be 40, 50, 60 years old, I am already noticing things that I want to change about my face. And so this is going to help me. I'm going to be able to share that with my clients, and it's a really pure ingredient list, very, very minimal ingredients. So who's collagen good for? Men or women looking to improve skin elasticity, hair, nails, and reduce the signs of wrinkles. What's also awesome is it's really low cost. It's only $26 for coaches, $34 for customers. They're not locked into an auto ship unless they choose to be. So your first step, if you decide, here's the thing, when I am working with someone who I almost always know a background information about a new client. And so, for example, I might be talking with a mama who had a baby 3 months ago, and I know that she is hitting that 3-month postpartum hair loss. She's buying a challenge pack because she's ready to change her life. I'm going to go ahead and add collagen into her cart and say, hey, I don't know if you're struggling with this. Feel free to remove this if this doesn't apply to you. But I was thinking about myself 3 months postpartum and how much hair I was losing. And I wish I had had collagen as an additive to my routine to keep my hair, skin, and nails really healthy throughout that process. Just thought of you, going to add it to your cart, feel free to take it off. That's just one way that you can get somebody connected to something like this. So that's collagen, base overview. There are a bunch of FAQs on it. I think about, FAQ 5323, but also in your Coach Online office, there's an entire product training guide. So if you go under, I think it's grow your business and then product training or something like that. There's actually a full PDF that gives you the commonly asked questions, the details of what's in it, the calories, the nutrition label, all that. I encourage you, if you have people that you think would benefit, check that out and before you start talking about it. And as with anything that I'm about to share, I don't want our team to go out and just start vomiting that we have collagen. Like, I want it to be something that's natural in your conversation on your social media. That's something that just comes up and you're like, I've kind of noticed that I got a few wrinkles in my forehead now that weren't there before. I'm going to start adding in collagen. Has anybody used collagen before? That gives you a great baseline for conversation. You're not sitting there saying, hey, oh my gosh, I now have this huge product to promote. You're just weaving it into your daily life. So that's collagen. That released this month. It went live today. So you can send people share carts right away. My advice, if you're not sure about it, to just purchase some yourself. And I actually got some at Summit. Donnie and I started using it today. And get some yourself and try it out for 30 days and see how you see a change. Take your before pictures, just like you would if you were doing a weight loss journey. So it's kind of to have that for purposes on your social media. Okay. So that is, there's a double slide, cool. Moving on. So that's July. August, from what I can tell, August will still be focused on morning meltdown. You're gonna kind of see a second wave that happens in August. People will start seeing your results. My advice is to share your morning meltdown 100 weekly progress pictures. Some of you probably about had a heart attack when you read that. But honestly, there are 2 reasons why this is really helpful for your business. Number 1, it holds you like hella accountable. If you know that you're gonna share a picture on Sunday night, you're not gonna go and binge eat your face off on Saturday and undo all your hard work. So it is really, really, really good accountability for your journey. I didn't do it with Morning Meltdown in the test group because we weren't legally allowed to share our results until the halfway point. And so I didn't do it this go round, and I'm planning to do it either every week or every 10-day cycle. So my advice would be every 10 days when you complete a phase, because there's 10 days in a phase in Morning Meltdown, you share a progress picture. That's gonna build your clientele. They're gonna be like, holy cow, in 10 days, she's seen this change. I need to get on board with this ASAP. At day 20, they're realizing you're still doing it. At day 50, they're like, holy crap, what am I doing with my life? I need to be doing this too. So that's my advice. Take it or leave. You do what you want. Gosh, it's so simple with Morning Meltdown to share about your journey. Literally, you share. Today is day 7 of 100, and I feel this way. Like, it makes sharing consistently so easy. As you sign people up for Morning Meltdown in August, I anticipate the packages to still be on sale in August. I don't have any real background on on that theory, except for the fact that every other launch they've had the sale packages on sale for 2 months. So I anticipate them to still be on sale in August. Add new clients that you sign up in August to our Restoration Nation client page. Right now it's called Sweat Sanity. In August it'll be labeled something different. It'll still stay Restoration Nation. They can jump in at any time because we have prep week in the units. So anybody can jump in at any time during August. So that's kind of our focus for next month, is to continue to talk about Morning Meltdown. Now, getting a little bit farther out, raise your hands if you're excited about pumpkin spice Shakeology. I know I am pumped. So I do not like pumpkin, actually. I don't like pumpkin pie. I don't like pumpkin spice lattes. No, thank you. But I did try this when we launched it last year, and we had the little trial period, and it was so good. It literally tasted like Thanksgiving in my mouth, and it was awesome. So pumpkin spice comes in October. Check out the FAQ on that. It's available September 3rd. It is going to be limited supply, so that's coming on the horizon. The second thing, did anybody see the trailer for this 6 weeks of the work? Okay. Show of hands, who wanted to die right away? Okay, so here's the theory behind, we're actually not going to be done with Morning Meltdown by the time that this launches. And so we may do a launch group with this. We may wait till we're done with Morning Meltdown. We're just going to kind of play that by ear. This program is not for newbies. It is for hardcore fitness addicts. It is for people who have a very good base level of fitness. By the time that you are in September, because it's actually not coming into the library until like September 30th, the very, very end of September. By that time in Morning Meltdown, you will have the base level of fitness needed to do this program. It's going to be completely different. I encourage you to go search the video on it. There will be a censored version on BOD, and there will be an uncensored version. So depending on which speaks to you, what style of training, you're going to have both. It's going to be intense either way that you look at it, but it's a 6-week program. Let me see what are the stats on it. 6-week program by a new super trainer, Amoila. I don't know how to say his name. Extremely intense to get you strong, lean, and agile. This is going to be a BOD exclusive. So it's not going to be like a full program launch. It's more of like a BOD exclusive add-on type thing. So it'll come to BOD members in spring. So that's the first fitness program that's coming out this fall. Any questions? If you have questions about any of this, put them in the chat. November of 2019, I was so stoked about this one. Peppermint Mocha Shakeology. It's going to be a limited time coming November 1st. And here's the reason why Beachbody is doing this. It's giving you the opportunity to propel volume, which is going to increase your income every month of the year. So every month we have something new that we can use to kind of take our business to that next level. So my vision for our team is to use the current Morning Meltdown 100 page as a new launch group. So every time we have a new launch, I'll change the cover photo, I'll change the name of the group, but we will keep everything in there. So we have 500 people in that Morning Meltdown info group. That's crazy. So every time that we do a new launch, all 500 people are going to see that. So maybe they don't get on board with Morning Meltdown right now, but maybe they get on board with what's it called? The work. later, but they've been in the group for the last 3 months. So peppermint mocha, it's going to be plant-based, so good for those vegans in your life. So that's coming in November. December is going to be, they haven't announced the exact time that this beach bar is coming out, but I think it's December. Chocolate almond crunch, these are plant-based, so these are good for the vegans in your life. It'll be a new flavor. That's always exciting. And then at the end of November or December, early January is going to be a completely different fitness program called Bar Blend. This is going to be perfect for those who are starting a New Year's resolution and have no fitness level at all. So it's good for every fitness level, but it's definitely low impact. It's dance inspired. If you've ever taken a bar class, it's based off that. So you'll use either the back of the couch or a chair or something as your bar for the program. And it's a 60-day program, 5 days a week, 30 to 40-minute workouts, low impact but high intensity, elements of ballet, Pilates, and cardio. So that's coming at the end of the year. So that's going to be pretty cool. And by the end of Morning Meltdown and the work, our body might need a break, and the bar workout will be a really great tool for us. Okay, so we're speeding through this. Put your questions in the comments about business stuff, because I know that some of y'all have some things you want to go over. All right, so team call. So that's all of our announcements as far as products go. So we are coming to France in the second quarter of 2020. I don't even want to talk about that right now because that is so far away. We will be doing some launch stuff with that. I received a leadership training at Summit specifically about the launch, and we will probably dabble in that a little bit. And we'll have some strategies and stuff coming out later on in the year to do so. But our new team call schedule, and I want to share with you my vision behind this. I really feel like we have two kind of groups in our team, which is so freaking awesome. Like, we have so many incredible builders that are learning and growing, and we are all figuring this thing out together. But I really want to be mentoring you guys at the seasons of your business that you're in. And I also want to give you a place to put your coaches that they can also be mentored when you don't really know what you're doing yet. So, for example, let's say you have only been in the business 3 to 6 months and you have somebody that actually wants to build a business. You're so excited and you're like, yeah, I have a builder. This is so awesome. And you don't know what to do with them. I don't know if anybody has been in that position yet. But I want to offer a mentorship to new coaches specifically, and coaches that are Emerald rank and below. And so I've got a group chat that I put in the team page that you guys can join if you want to, if you fall into that category. But I want to offer 2 different mentor call times. So Monday nights are going to remain our team call. We're going to push it back to 8:30 on Mondays because I'm not sure that we're going to be pairing back up with Brooke. I'm really not sure what her plans are postpartum after having the baby. So we're just going to continue forward. My vision is every other week we'll have a power hour, and then the in-between weeks we'll do a training and then a guest speaker, because I don't feel like you guys need four straight weeks of training. So we're going to do power hours, and then that's going to be our schedule on Mondays. On Tuesdays, we're going to do our mentorship calls. So from 8 to 8:30, it'll be new coaches or coaches ranked Emerald and below. And then 8:30 and up will be Emerald rank and above, more business builder focus. So that's going to be more of a, it's a different type of focus where new coaches, we're working on the daily habits, we're figuring out how to share our journey, we're working on other things. So that gives us 2 opportunities. And if you sign up a coach, you can easily plug them into the very next new coach call, and they can get mentored from day one and not have any kind of lapse in their coaching business. Thursday nights, we're going to add this in. This is going to be an open power hour. I'm going to schedule a Zoom call that is open from 8:30 to 9:30. It will start at 8:30. And these are going to be calls that I personally may or may not be on. But we have a group of leaders in the team that need another night of power hour. And so this is going to be an opportunity for everyone to get on and power hour together. It may be led by me, it may be led by another leader in our team, but that's going to be a resource available to you. So that's our new call schedule going forward. We're going to implement that not this coming week, but the week after. Next week, we'll probably have to hold off all calls because I have VBS at church and I won't be home. So when I get back from VBS, it's on like Donkey Kong. All right, so the next thing I want to go over is Coach Summit 2019. All right, if you did not go, show of hands if you had FOMO. Who was like seriously like, oh my gosh, I want to be there next year? Okay, I have never experienced that because my first summit I chose to go like 4 weeks prior to the actual event on a whim, and we put everything on a credit card. But I can only imagine how hard it was for those of you who didn't go to see everything that we posted. I want you to know that we want you there next year. That even though we had a blast, do you know how much more fun it would be to have all of us there together and getting to experience it all? It just, there's such magic about being in a room with dreamers, being with your team constantly, like realizing that you are best friends with people that you met on the internet. It's just, gosh, it just fills up your cup so much. And I just saw such growth in the leaders that went in this past weekend. But if you're a new coach within the first 30 days of joining, because you do actually have a couple of you on here that fall into this category, you have the opportunity to earn a free ticket. So you have your first 30 days of the business is kind of like, if you sign up on the 12th of July, you don't have to do this in your first month. It would be, you would start in August. And so August, September, and October, I forgot what months come next. August, September, October. Those months you have to hit Success Club every month for 3 months. Now, if you start in July, let's say you hit Success Club in July, it would be July, August, September. So if you help 3 people a month between now and September, October, you get a free ticket to Summit. If you do not fall into that category, you have the opportunity to still get a sale price that it actually ends tonight. I don't know what the price is going to be after that. They do run some promotions down the road, but there won't be another deal as good as this. It's $125 for your ticket. And if you do end up earning that ticket some way or another, they will refund you that money. So that is up. That sale does end tonight. So I actually forgot about it and I purchased my ticket right before this call. So FAQ 1226, coachsummit.com. Check out the details. It's July 15th through 19th. And I wanted to remind you guys of this. So a lot of times when Summit happens, it sneaks up on you. And then you realize that your finances aren't in place and you really want to go, but you can't. And I want to encourage you to focus on either one of 2 ways to get to Summit. If you saved or earned $45 a month from here until next June, you would have way more than enough to be able to go to Summit. I would estimate you're probably going to spend, if you include ticket and transportation and lodging and all that, around $500 for the trip, maybe more, maybe less. But if you save $45 a month or you earned $45 a month, that you sign up 2 people on a quarterly membership of Beachbody On Demand, then you have, or 1 to 2 memberships of the year of BOD, you have made that $45. And so instead of going ahead and listing all the reasons why you may not be able to, I want to challenge you to start planning for it now, because we're going to have an incredible team that goes next year, and I don't want another year of FOMO to happen, and you guys got to be there with us. So Summit 2000, and it's actually 2020, not 2019 like this slide says, so just please ignore that typo. All right, so this is the last thing I want to talk about, and now I take questions. So please be thinking about what you want to ask. So these are 2 really cool promotions that they just announced. You should have gotten an email about promo codes, and you may not have seen about Carl's Succeed Together Challenge. So we are just now unrolling promo codes to the website, which is like a total first and really neat because we have the opportunity to give people a discount. All of you should have by now received an email by July 17th, actually. So sometime between now and July 17th, if you haven't gotten it already, you should receive an email with your own personalized promo codes for your clients. So you'll literally have 3 codes in that email that you can send to your clients that sign up, or your new coaches that sign up, for them to use on their challenge pack purchase. So let's say you have somebody interested in Morning Meltdown. The first 3 people that sign up, you get to give them an additional $10 off. Does not affect your commission, does not affect your volume. It's just an extra discount for them. I mean, truly, $150 for a Morning Meltdown challenge pack, you cannot beat that. This also encourages and makes it easy for you to hit Success Club. If you're new, Success Club is just 3 challenge packs. It's kind of the baseline goal that most coaches focus on each month, because they can ensure they pay for their Shakeology, they can ensure business growth, lots of different reasons. So you're going to get those 3 in an email. You can use that for, new customers, new coaches, etc. Also, from here on out, all new coaches that enroll, so let's say you enroll somebody and they maybe don't even want to build a business. Maybe they enrolled for the discount, but they're going to get an email with 3 promo codes. At that point, they may ask you, hey, I have some promo codes and my sister, she'd really love to do this with me. Can I use that promo code for my sister? That's going to encourage your team or your people under you to also do the same thing. So it's super helpful. So that will also be sent to new coaches from here on out. So that's piece 1. To pair that up, Carl is giving away every single day. He's giving away 10 daily random winners who are going to win $100 cash and a signed letter, a handwritten letter from him. I really wish I had mine because I earned one. I don't know where it is, but I earned one in one of these promotions. But the key to doing this is that you sign up somebody. So let's say you sign somebody up today. You're going to take a piece of paper, write out numbers 1 through 5, and I commit to 100. Put the person's name there, just their first name, and then do hashtag succeed together. I'd also recommend tagging Carl in the little, tag him in your story. And they're going to give away 10 winners every day from that hashtag that helps somebody. They'll go back and verify that that person purchased, and then you'll receive $100 in the mail and a handwritten note from the CEO. So that's pretty cool. FAQ 9004 for details on that. So I hate calls like this. I feel like a salesperson, but I really want you guys to know everything that's coming. Literally, I'm done with this. I'm going to stop screen share. It literally changes nothing about what we do as coaches. It just gives us more tools for us to love and support people. My encouragement to you is if you have questions, your first line of defense is to go and search the FAQ. I want you to get in the habit of doing that first instead of posting in the team chat. That way you know and can direct and figure that answer out on your own, because that helps you be a leader. Then if you can't figure it out, post it in the team chat and find out there. So that's a little note there. But I mean, we're morning meltdown focused right now. Later on, we'll talk about the work. Later on, we'll talk about the bar. That's what's so cool about Beachbody. But I don't want the heart of our team to change just because we have a bunch of stuff to talk about. Like, our job is to inspire and encourage and motivate every day. Our job is to share our journey, to get results, to be consistent, and that's our focus. Our focus is not promoting the heck out of collagen. Our focus is helping people find a solution for their health and fitness goals. That's our goal. So I don't want that to distract you, but I just want you to be educated on everything that's coming down the pipeway, because it's a lot. And that's awesome. That's super exciting. All right, I had a couple questions in the chat. What time is the new coach mentorship on Tuesdays? Tuesdays, new coaches at 8. The 8:30 call is enrolled and above. So new coaches at 8, 8:30 and above is enrolled and up. With the Insta giveaway, can we go ahead and list out the peeps who already purchased MM100 this month? I wouldn't. I would just do whoever purchased from here on out. That way, Carl, that way they don't think that Susie Q signed up today when she actually signed up, 7 days ago. Can it be a completion pack? Yes. You can use the $10 promo code on a completion pack, and it can be entered to Carl's name. All right, so any questions about anything that I went over first of all? And then we're going to move forward into business kind of mentorship stuff. Also, real fast, I just want to shout out Heather, because Heather literally joined as a coach like hours ago, and she's a new coach to our team, and she's already a boss and on a team call. So Heather, we love you already. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, anybody have any questions about any of that stuff? Unmute yourself and go for it. That was a lot of info. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, moving on from that. Anybody have any business-focused questions? Things that they're struggling with, maybe like, where do you start? What do you do from here? What can we talk about? And please don't be shy. If you have a question, ask it. That's what I'm here for. I just spent like 100 hours in the car with Stephanie, so I know that she doesn't have any questions. Anybody else? No? Holly, do you have a question or no? Okay. All right. Well, if y'all don't have any questions, that's fine. I'm here to help. Just remember, our heart as Restoration Nation is we lead from the front. We lead by example, and we lead with integrity and heart. I don't ever want our team to become a spamming. Like, I was looking at all the coaches at Summit, and I was looking at the ones who were really successful, and I thought, what is it that sets them apart from other people who try the business and don't succeed? And it truly is about them sharing their story consistently and with a lot of heart. And those are the people that succeed. Like, those are the people that find their tribe. And I can also look back to my beginning coaching journey. I was teasing Chelsea earlier because I was like, you have found more business builders in the first 6 months of your business than I did in the first 2 years of my business. But you know what I didn't do in the first 2 years? I was still learning. I was trying to figure out what my story was, how to share it. I was so heavily product focused. And I was like, oh, I love my shake. Here's me with my cute selfie and my lipstick, and here's my Shakeology. Chelsea's laughing because she was following me when I was doing that. And I have shifted specifically over the last 2 years into like, who am I helping today? Every time I go into my post and I go to hit post, I'm like, how am I providing value to somebody right now? Is what I'm about to share going to help them and encourage them? Is it going to share with them how to get through the struggle? That's the heart of our team. Our mission and our motto is Restoration Nation, restoring lives one heart, body, and mindset at a time. And I never want us to lose sight of that. So while all this is good and I want us to have awesome information, and we've got crazy, amazing things with Morning Meltdown coming and all of this stuff that we're going to be doing in the next couple months, I just want us to lean in together to the support and culture that we have and to learn how to share our story together, because that's what we have. We have a community now that we can really do that. And that's what I saw on this trip. I really saw how our team has evolved over the last 3 years, and the people that are pictured on this call are special. These are the people that are really going to make an impact and that are going to do it the right way. So I am so thankful for you guys. If you don't have any other questions, no, this is your last year. Okay, Allison, thank you guys. Somebody else can talk other than me. All right, go for it.
Okay, so I guess this is like a more of a complaining kind of thing. Okay. So I have this girl. She is so wishy-washy. So when like the whole 2B mindset was, well, I guess it's been like 3-4 months ago. She wanted to do 2B mindset because her sister, which is my cousin's wife, signed up and she was doing it. So she wanted in on it. Well, it come to find out like she had it and then forgot that she had gotten it and she just hadn't done it. And it was just like, I went through this whole explanation of like what it was and how much it was, what you got, and all this other stuff. And it was to the point where like I sent her a share cart, and then I waited like a day or two, and she didn't do anything with it. And I was like, no, I sent it to her, and it said that she had already had it. And I was like, what? You have it? And she was like, no, I don't. And I was like, yeah, you do. So anyways, so figured out she didn't have it. She forgot that she had gotten it. She had a baby, and like 7 months later, 2B Mindset came out. She bought it, forgot she had it. Didn't do the Shakeology or anything like that. I don't even know if she has like the tracker or the water bottle. I don't know. I never asked. So I was just like, okay, well, she changed her coach to me. So I'm her coach now. And she keeps like asking me like, do you write down what you eat, or do you use the app? And I was like, well, I write down because I feel like it's more, I feel like I'm more like held accountable if I actually write it rather than putting it in my phone. So she asked me again today. She was like, will the Lose It app be okay to use instead of the Beachbody app? And I was like, no, because honestly, I feel like that's going to confuse you more rather than just writing it out in the Tubing Mindset or in the Beachbody Nutrition app.
Right.
I was like, do you have just a planner, like, or something that you can just write? And she showed me a picture, like 2 weeks ago, she showed me a picture of the planner that she was going to use. And I was like, why aren't you using your planner? She's like, well, I just don't feel like, I forget to write it down. And I was like, I mean, I can't like hold your hand here, you know? Well, now this whole MM100 stuff comes. She actually knows a girl that was in the test group as well. Because when she's in the info group. So when you posted the picture of her, she texted me. She's like, hey, I know that girl that she just posted. And I was like, yeah. She's like, I'm really excited about this and I want to do it. And I was like, okay. So I texted her like yesterday. I was like, okay, launch comes up. You know, you're getting ready to purchase Morning Meltdown on Tuesday. Just wanted to make sure we're good. I was like, did you ever find out if you had Beachbody on demand? Because she told me she did.
Uh-huh.
She doesn't.
Okay.
She says she does, but when I go in there, it says this member is not a BOD user.
Cool. Okay.
So I messaged her and I was like, you are not. You are not a member. You do not have Beachbody on demand.
Right.
So you'll have to purchase that first. You'll have to purchase that with the Morning Meltdown 100. She was like, oh.
It's really not that much more. So she's someone that I would extend if you want to use the promo code on her, would be the key. She's someone who I would extend the promo code option to. So here's the thing about the promo code and Morning Meltdown. Some of you have more than 3 people who are going to sign up tomorrow. And I personally would not advertise about the promo codes until later in the month. Because for me, I have a list of 75 people who are going to get a share cart tomorrow. And so how am I going to pick 3 people who are going to get a code? So I'm going to save my codes until later in the month. So like right before we start, and say for those last minute Nellies, I have a promo code. For those of you who do not have 3 people ready to sign up tomorrow, use those promo codes and say, hey, I have this offer that I just found out about. I can take $10 off your package. I mean, it's honestly, it's $20 more for her to get Beachbody on demand for a year. That's a $70 savings.
Yeah.
So and Allison, you got to emotionally, she's kind of family, right? She's family.
Yeah, sort of.
It's a little bit hard to emotionally detach from that. But you can't take ownership of her lack of initiative. I was actually talking to Paige about that the other week. And you can't take a responsibility for them. Actually, I was talking to Stephanie about that yesterday too, for their lack of doing what they're supposed to do. You can connect them with the tools. You give them a kick butt challenge group. You give them everything that they need. You cannot do the work for them. And so you can point to them, you can give them directions. If they become a joy-sucking leech that takes everything out of you, then you've got to find a better balance of maybe you don't check in with them, but once every few weeks instead of every week. Maybe it's hey, I don't feel like I'm being very helpful and I'm kind of nagging you. So when you're ready for accountability, just shoot me a message. And you got to release some of that off you. Because there's nothing different in you and them. You just use the tools and they have it. And so taking that off your shoulders is key. I was not very good about that the first 2 years. And I still struggle with that at times because I'm like, why are you not using these tools that are right in front of your face? But it's at the same time, they have to be right. Bethany, I'm not talking about you. I saw that face. I'm not talking about you. They have to be ready. They have to be in the season of life where they're ready. And maybe that has nothing to do with you. But when it is time, it's going to be that much sweeter. Bethany, I am talking about you now. So I would just release some of that pressure on yourself. But if you don't have 3 people signing up tomorrow, extend to her the promo code if you want to.
Okay.
But if you want to make her pay $10 extra, that's up to you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, don't let her stress you out. Like if she's causing you stress, like give her the tools, follow up with her, and then bless and release. And if she's not willing to pay an extra $20 for a challenge pack, then she's not gonna do it anyways, even if she.
Right.
Good question though, because I know a lot of us on here face that. Did I help? Was that kind of what you're looking for? Okay, good. Thanks for talking. Okay, Chelsea, you've got one. Go for it.
Okay. So it just made me think about it when you said you may not want to check in on her, but every like 3 weeks or whatever, because they suck your joy. Well, I use Google Streak, so I send out mass email. I try to do it once a week. I think when I was on vacation, I didn't do it, but anyway, which I'll hear back from people, like 3 people, and I have like over 50 clients.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have the time to personally reach out. I mean, if I can see you showing up in our challenge groups, like Heather, I would never have to check on her because she posts all the time. I know and I see her every week, but still, like, so the clients that don't respond at all and then still aren't showing up in our challenge group, I mean, should I go through? It's too many. What would you do?
I would definitely not personally message all of them. I might once a month go through, and honestly wouldn't even do it once a month, maybe every other month, and go through your list and see who hasn't responded and who's not checking in. Shoot them a message on Facebook or Instagram and say, hey, I kind of feel like I'm bothering you with my weekly check-ins. I'm going to take you off my list. If you need me in the future, I'm here and I'm ready to support you. But I also don't want to be a reminder of a stress in your life. But I have a ton of clients that love my weekly emails and never respond to them. Like,
yeah,
I might get one.
Randomly get a reply from people and be like, oh, I needed to read this today. And I'm like,
Exactly.
so you read them.
Yeah. Honestly, my thought process is, especially if it's an email that's not causing you any extra work, just send it every week.
Yeah, I just click the one box and
I was telling, because that's Stephanie is having that struggle too. She has 25 clients and she gets one response to her emails, and I send out an email to 300 people every week and I get maybe 3. So it's just it's just the nature of the beast, and I think that, well, yeah, you don't need to respond to me. That's the thing. The people that are doing well are checking in with the challenge group. Right. So I would just say keep sending it and not worry about it. And if you feel so called every now and then to check in with them on social media, then do it.
Because it's like, I think we posted, like we had a post in our team page where you were like, if you guys have any struggles or questions, and I said, like, I hate when people are all excited up front and then they purchase and then I never hear from them again. And I really do hate feeling like I just took someone's money.
Yeah.
When they don't show up and they don't seem to apply,
the
tools, but.
Right. Well, but you also don't know if that was somebody's, like, maybe they're rolling in the dough and $160 is nothing to them, or if it's somebody that $160 is a lot to, they're going to use it or they're going to return it. And they just may not be in the right. I get it. I mean, I have that. It happens to me every month. It's definitely a crummy feeling as a coach because you feel like you internalize it that you're failing. And it's like, I'm doing something wrong, when truthfully it's just they have to be ready. So just is how it is. But you're doing great. Weekly emails are awesome. You're providing value to your team. Your team is obviously growing. Like, you're doing nothing wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. Okay, anybody else want to go have any questions, things they want to talk about? Comments, concerns, feedback? No? Okay. I love you guys. I think you are the best team on the freaking planet. When I post about our team's rank and stuff, I want you to know that it is so not me. It is an us thing. It is a Restoration Nation is changing the world one person at a time. And I'm just honored to be a part of that movement. I feel like we're making that shift to where we have these leaders rising up in our team and we're doing it together. It feels like it's a we thing now, I feel like. And that is so exciting. So I cannot wait for the future of our team. No calls tomorrow night. Tomorrow's launch day. Spend your time focusing on sending out share cards, things like that. Next week will be an off week. I might post a random power hour or something. We do have those chats available now, but we'll start the call schedule. I'll make some posts. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. That's it. All right. Bye, guys. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Not next week. All right. Bye.